Hello, my students, and welcome to our Mercury Home lesson. Today, we're going to practice intonation. I know that many of you want to sound natural when you speak in English. It's not only about pronunciation, but it is also about intonation. Intonation, in English, it's important if you don't want to sound rude, if you don't want to sound unpolite. It is really important. Spanish intonation is quite flat, es bastante plana. In English, there are some rules in order not to sound rude, not to sound mean. Okay? So the first case, we're going to start with statements, con frases afirmativas y negativas. Look at those sentences. I bought some food. We went by taxi. In statements, whether they are affirmative or negative, the intonation goes down. I bought some food. We went by taxi. We went by taxi. I bought some food. The intonation goes down. What happened when it is a list of words? For example, like in this sentence, I'm free on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If it's a list, all the items on the list should go up, except the last one. I'm free on Monday, up, on Tuesday, up, and on Thursday. It goes down because it is a statement. I'm free on Monday, on Tuesday, and Thursday. It sounds more natural. It sounds more English. What happened when that sentence or that statement is made, it's composed by two different clauses. Like, for example, in that sentence, I hate ordinary tea, but I love Earl Grey. I hate ordinary tea, but I love Earl Grey. If it's a composed sentence, the first clause, la primera cláusula, the first clause goes up. I hate ordinary tea, and the second clause would go down. I love ordinary tea, but I love Earl Grey. So it goes up in the first clause and it goes down in the second clause. Is that clear? So, statements are affirmative and negative sentence, the intonation goes down. My name is Danny. I live in Spain. I play football. I don't like fish. Intonation goes down, right? Let's see what happens with yes-no questions. With yes-no questions, intonation should go up. Debería ir para arriba. If you don't want to sound rude, it sounds really unpolite if you pronounce or if you intonate a sentence with intonations going down. It should go up. Do you live in London? ¿Vives en Londres? Do you live in London? May I borrow your book? ¿Me prestas tu libro? May I borrow your book? Do you mind if I smoke? Do you mind if I smoke? ¿Te importa si fumo? Yes, no questions. The intonations goes down. If it goes up, sorry. If I intonate the sentence with a going down intonation, it sounds really rude. It sounds like I don't care. Suena a que no me importa en realidad. Do you mind if I smoke? ¿Te importa si fumo? It sounds rude. Do you live in London? Do you live in London? Do you live in London? It sounds like I don't care. Do you live in London? So remember, with yes, no questions, intonation goes up. Affirmative and negative goes down. Yes, no questions goes up. Let's see what happens with WH questions. What happens with WH questions? Where do you come from? ¿De dónde vienes? ¿Dónde vives? How can you tell? ¿Cómo es así? ¿Cómo me estás contando? If you pay attention, if you notice, with WH questions, usually the intonation goes down. It might goes up in the question word. Where do you live? Where do you come from? Where do you come from? What's your name? Where do you live? The intonation goes down, right? So WH questions, the intonation goes down. And to finish the class of today, we're talking also about question tags. Remember, question tags is that little question that I make at the end of the sentence, just to make sure they are listening. Question tags usually have down intonation. It goes down at the end. And a very easy exercise is to put your chin up when you say the auxiliary verb and put your chin down when you pronounce the subject. It's nice today, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? It goes up and down. Isn't it? It goes up and down. You didn't like the meal, did you? No te gustó la comida, ¿verdad? You didn't like the meal, did you? So again, the intonation. You didn't like the meal, did you? Did you? It goes up and down, did you? Yes? The only exception, la única excepción, is shall we. Let's run, shall we? Shall we goes always up. That's the correct intonation for shall we. Let's run, shall we? And one last note to finish the class today. If we really don't know, if we're really asking that question tag to get the information because we don't know, in that case, the intonation would go up because it is a yes-no question. Your name is Isabel, is it? I really don't know. Your name is Isabel, is it? It's because I don't know, so my intonation goes up. So to make it in brief, like a little briefing, remember statements, yes, affirmative and negative sentence, it goes down. Yes, no questions, it goes up. WH questions, it goes down. And question tags, it goes down. Except if I really don't know the information. So I hope that's clear with that explanation, and I'll see you on our next lesson. Bye bye and take care, my students. Bye bye.